Hello everyone! Para sa video na to, pag-uusapan natin ang dalawang kinds of simple interest. When we talk about interest, pinag-uusapan natin yung tubo kapag tayo ay nagdeposito o nagpahiram o kaya naman tayo yung humiram ng pera. Ang formula lang ng simple interest is I, ito yung ating interest is equal to P, ito yung principal amount, ito yung pera na pinahiram or hiniram natin, times the rate, ito yung rate of interest. Kapag nagko-compute tayo, dapat nasa decimal to. And then lastly, we have our time. Yung time natin should be in years. Para sa dalawang kinds ng simple interest, ang nagbabago lang sa formula ay yung time natin. Sabi ko nga, it should be in years. Kaya dito sa ating una, which is exact simple interest, we use the same formula for interest, principal times rate. Tapos yung time natin, etong part na to, kinukuha natin yung number of days na tutuusan natin ng interest. Tapos, we divide it by 365. Kasi we consider kapag exact simple interest na merong 365 days in a year. Importante yung 365 na denominator na to sa ating exact simple interest kasi ito yung pagkakaiba niya sa pangalawang kind ng simple interest. And then, kapag pinag-usapan pa rin natin yung exact simple interest, meron pa rin tayong dalawang classification. Either, kung i-consider natin yung actual na time, yung actual na days, nung nagsimula, yung interest natin hanggang sa matapos siya. Kaya this D sub AC, ang ibig sabihin lang niyan ay actual days. Other books may use different notation para dito, pero ang ginagawa lang natin, tinutuos natin kung ilang araw ba, eksakto meron tayo sa pagitan nung dalawang dates. Dito, kailangan alam natin kung ilang araw meron sa isang buwan. For example, January is 31 days, February is 28 or 29 kapag leap year, March merong 31 days, and so on. Meron akong hinanda na separate video for counting the number of days between two dates. I-check nyo na lang yung description para sa ating link. So this is I sub EAC, ibig sabihin exact interest and then AC actual days. Para sa pangalawa natin, this is exact interest and then approximate time. Still 365 days in a year, kaso mag-approximate tayo or magtatansya tayo nung number of days natin in a month. Para makuha natin yung approximate days, i-assume natin na lahat ng buwan ay merong 30 days. Kung sa actual, dapat kung ilang araw talaga meron sa isang buwan, sa approximate naman, mag-a-assume lang tayo na merong 30 days sa bawat isang buwan. Kaya siya, approximate, tinatansya natin. So that's it for exact simple interest kapag actual days tsaka approximate days. Then let us proceed dun sa ating pangalawang kind of simple interest. We have our ordinary simple interest. Kung mapansin natin, pareho lang din, this is the principal times the rate, tapos ito yung time natin. So this is ordinary interest, O, and then AC, actual days. Ang pinagkaiba lang ni exact at ordinary interest is, dito sa ordinary simple interest, ina-assume natin na merong 360 days. Kaya ito yung nagbabago sa ating ordinary simple interest. Kung babalikan natin yung formula natin for exact simple interest, we are getting 365 days. Kaya kapag exact simple interest, 365 ang denominator. Kapag ka-ordinary simple interest, yung nasa baba naman natin is 360. Then same yung nasa taas natin, kapag actual days, actual time, binibilang natin kung ilang araw ba meron sa isang buwan dun sa pag-itan nung dalawang dates natin. While here, ordinary interest and then approximate time, ina-assume natin na merong 30 days for every month. Madali lang naman yung formula natin, derived lang siya dun sa formula natin ng simple interest. With this, let us have our example for this video. We have to find the ordinary and exact interest of the amount 15,000 pesos, yung una approximate, yung pangalawa actual number of days, from October 3, 2010 to March 30, 2011. Kaya let me write it down. Approximate. Dito, nag-a-assume tayo na merong 30 days in a month. Since nag-uumpisa tayo sa October, isulat natin dito yung ating October, tapos approximate again. Since 30 days lang in a month, mula October 3 hanggang sa dulo, which is October 30, isusubtract lang natin siya. We have our 30 minus 3. Ang approximate days natin sa October ay 27. The next month, proceed tayo sa ating November. Again, mag-a-assume tayo na merong 30 days in a month kasi approximate lang tayo. Then, December, sulat ko na muna yung mga buwan. Then, January, February, and then lastly, ibaba ko lang siya ng konti. We have our March. hanggang 30 tayo. So we have our March. Sagad tayo dito sa huling araw. And then approximate again. Lahat ng buwan, 30 days ang consideration natin. So let me write down 30. And then para makuha natin yung ating approximate days between October 3 to March 30, then i-add lang natin lahat ng to. So we have our number of days. Approximately, this is equal to, we have our 177 days. So let me write it down. Then medyo mahihirapan lang tayo pagdating dun sa ating actual days. Kasi aalamin natin kung ilang araw ba meron sa bawat buwan. For this one, kung mapansin nyo, meron tayong kamay na nandito. Pwede natin siyang gamitin para malaman natin kung ilang araw ba meron sa isang buwan. Again, tinuro ko to dun sa isang video natin. Panoorin mo na lang siya kung di ka pa familiar dito sa method na to. Then let us compute for our number of days. Simula tayo sa ating October. Ang gagawin lang natin, gamit yung kamay na to, magbibilang lang tayo ng buwan. Simula tayo sa ating pointing finger, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Pagdating dito sa dulo, dito sa ating July, babalik ulit tayo ng isa pa. Then we have August, September, tapos dito naman ay October. Now we have our October dito sa ating ring finger. Ang technique lang dito kapag sumakto tayo sa ating daliri, yung merong nakaumbok na buto, then yung buwan na yon ay merong 31 days. Pero kapag dito tayo sumakto dun sa susunod, yung space in between, yung ating November, then meron lang tayong 30 days except sa February. Since yung October natin tumama dito, then we have 31 days sa October. Tapos kung titignan natin yung ating given, nagsimula tayo sa October 3, kaya 31 days sa October minus yung 3 na starting natin, ang i-consider natin ay 28 days pagdating sa October. The next month, dito tayo sa susunod, yung space, so we have our 30 days. Kaya dito sa ating November, meron tayong actual na 30 days. And then last month, December, tatama tayo dito sa ating finger, meron tayong buto na nakaumbok. So we have 31 days for December. Kaya sulat natin to dito, ang exact days natin ay 31 for December. Since last month na siya, balik tayo dun sa ating starting point for January. Yung unang finger natin, dito tayo. So this is January, tumama tayo dito. So we have 31 days pagdating sa January. And then February, kapag tumuloy tayo dito sa kamay natin, this is a space in between, kaso February to. Sa February, meron tayong 28 days kapag regular, pero 29 days kapag leap year. Kaya titignan natin yung taon natin. In this case, this is March 30, 2011. Kaya yung February natin ay nasa 2011. Kapag yung taon natin is divisible by 4, ibig sabihin, pag dinivide natin kay 4, walang remainder, then that is a leap year. Meron tayong 29 days sa February. Kaso yung 2011, kapag dinivide natin siya kay 4, meron tayong remainder na 3. Kaya hindi siya leap year. Kaya for our February, meron lang tayong 28 days. And then lastly, for March, kahit tumama siya dito, kaso nga lang, yung March natin ay hanggang 30 lang. Ang consideration lang natin ay October 3 to March 30. Then we have our March, titigil na tayo by 30. Then i-add lang natin lahat ng to get our actual days. Then we have our days na actual, which is just equal to 178 days. Mas mataas siya ng isa dun sa ating approximation. Kapag na-compute na natin to, madali na naman yung susunod. Let us substitute the values. Magsimula muna tayo dun sa exact at ordinary interest kapag approximate days. Kaya 177 days tayo. Let us proceed with our computation. Dun muna tayo sa ating exact interest. Exact interest and then approximate days. So this is just equal to the principal times the rate. Tapos yung time natin, since approximate tayo, so this is approximate days over, dahil exact tayo, kapag exact interest, magdi-divide tayo by 365. And then for ordinary interest, approximate days or approximate time, this is still equal to the principal times the rate. Tapos yung time natin is approximate days divided by, since ordinary tayo, then magdi-divide lang tayo by 360. So this is the difference between exact and ordinary simple interest. Then balikan natin yung ating given. Yung initial amount natin, yung ating principal amount is 15,000 pesos. Kaso nga lang, hindi nakasulat dito yung rate of interest pero as I check our reference, ang ginamit niya ay 12.5%. Kaya ito na rin yung gamitin natin na rate of interest. So again, ang principal amount na gagamitin natin ay 15,000 tapos ang rate natin ay 12.5%. Kung gagawin natin siyang decimal, mag-uusod lang tayo ng ating dalawang decimal places. Kaya this is equal to 0.125. Ito yung gagamitin natin na rate of interest for this one. Then balikan na natin yung ating computation. We have here, umpisa muna tayo sa ating exact interest approximate days. So this is equal to, the principal is 15,000 pesos. Ang rate na gagamitin natin ay 12.5% or 0.125. And this is times yung approximate days natin na na-compute which is 177. This is over yung denominator natin for exact na 365. And then etong buong to, i-compute na lang natin sa ating calculator. Our exact interest approximate time is just equal to 909.25 pesos upon dun sa multiplication natin itong mga nandito. And then i-compute natin itong pangalawa for our ordinary interest approximate days. So we have same amount of principal amount. So this is still equal to 15,000. And then yung rate of interest natin is 0.125. And then this is times. Approximate days is still 177. Kaso yung denominator natin, since ordinary interest tayo, ang gagamitin natin ay 360. So this is over 360. Upon computation sa ating calculator, our ordinary interest approximate time is just equal to 921 pesos 0.88. Compare natin yung ating values. Meron tayong 909 pesos and 25 cents kapag exact interest approximate time, and then 921.88 pesos for ordinary interest approximate time. Ito yung unang dalawang values na pinakompute sa atin. Gumamit tayo ng ating approximate days. For our last two, ang gagamitin naman natin ay yung actual days natin which is 178. Compute natin siya using our formula. Dito tayo sa ating baba. Then we have our interest na exact muna and then actual days is still equal to the principal times the rate. Tapos for our time, ang gagamitin natin ay actual days dahil exact ang denominator natin ay 365. And then for ordinary interest and then actual days, this is equal to same principal times the rate. Tapos ang time, we have our actual days over, kapag ordinary ang gagamitin natin ay 360. Then we compute, principal is 15,000, rate is 0.125 for our time. Ang actual days natin na na-compute kanina is 178. This is over 365. Then compute na lang natin to sa ating calculator. We have our exact interest and then actual time that is equal to 914.38 pesos. This is our answer. Then last one for our ordinary interest actual time. This is equal to same principal amount which is 15,000 times the rate of 0.125. And then our time, ang actual days natin is 178 over ordinary interest, denominator is 360. Our computed ordinary interest actual time is equal to 927.08 pesos. This is our answer. Now, balikan natin yung ating mga sagot. Compare natin silang lahat for this one. Kung i-compare natin, pinakamataas yung ordinary interest and then actual time. Tapos pinakamababa ay si exact interest and then approximate time. This is for this example pero yung result may vary. Depende dun sa interval ng dates na kinoconsider natin. Kaya eto na yung ating dalawang kinds of simple interest. We have our ordinary and exact simple interest. And then yung dalawang considerations when it comes to our time which is approximate days and actual days. This is our first video for this topic. You may check the second one for another example.
Hello everyone! I am Sir Kenneth of STEM Teacher PH. Kung nakatulong sa'yo itong video na to, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell para updated kayo sa ating uploads. Bye!